internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. And if you're not, I'm going to make it real good for you here. We are 16 days away from Ripple swell. And I'm telling you right now, something massive is going to be announced during Ripple swell.
The Genius Act obviously helped, and that unlocks, I think, I had meetings yesterday in New York City where banks that would not have talked to us 3 years ago are now leaning in and saying, how can we partner around this?
If you guys recall the lineup for Ripple swell, you have Adina from NASDAQ. She's the chair and CEO. You have the Chief Product and Innovation Officer at BNY Mellon. You have Head of Innovation at Franklin Templeton. You have Ryan Rugg, Global Head of Digital Assets, Treasury, and Trade Solutions at Citi. You have Maxwell Stein, Director of Digital Assets at BlackRock. You have Scott Lucas, the Head of Markets of Digital Assets at JP Morgan. Shall I go on? No, I don't think I need to. But right now, all I'm going to say is it's going to be a very, very crazy shift, what we're about to witness. And what Adina says here is going to have you fall off your chair. Okay, it is incredible what she is saying while she's sitting beside the head of the IMF. Okay, this is not coincidence. Remember the closed door meetings that I've been telling you guys for a very long time. As much as it sounds cliche and like childish, it's reality. I tell you that because I've worked in the financial industry for 10 years. We've had closed door meetings that the public didn't know about. And especially when you're talking about private banking, and when you put all this together, I could only imagine what is being discussed, but you have to listen to the words. And listening to words got us a very, very good accumulation for XRP. The individuals that listened to words and understood these words are sitting very well on their XRP profits before it gets wild. Okay, listen to what Adina says here. It is truly, truly remarkable.
So as we are seeing some changes in monetary policy, you're seeing the small caps starting to lift up as well. But the rest of the market, in particular the large caps, have had an incredible environment around them. There is an incredible technology that is coming. It's on the scene. It's extremely early, but it's already having effect. I think that people, as a general thesis, tend to be very, very excited and enthusiastic early. And at the end of the day, this technology, in my opinion, will be the fastest moving and most consequential technology that we'll see in many decades. And most consequential technology that we'll see in many decades. It's an incredible technology that will come, and I do think it will achieve a lot of incredible productivity gains over time. It takes time, though. Yeah. It's very early. It takes time, though. Yeah. It's very early.
It's very early. It takes time, though. Sorry, I just wanted to pause that for a second because remember the IMF clip that we played almost 3.5 years ago, and I told you guys that what we're seeing right now is something that humans have never kind of witnessed before, so we all need to learn together, get educated on the same level as these individuals are to create a level playing field between education. But this is just remarkable. Remember this?
We talk about first mover advantage a lot, and it's actually very interesting because in technology, it can certainly be possible to be too early to develop a product that the world is just not ready to receive, or the infrastructure isn't in place to make that product as successful as it could be. So sometimes the first mover doesn't always win. Sometimes they're too early. But I think that it's not just about the first mover effect for adoption. It's also about the first mover effect for standards. So whoever's first out of the gate here is going to set norms and standards around what around privacy, around how open the system is, and actually very detailed standards in how transactions are formatted and how they interact. And as financial institutions start onboarding onto these systems, they're going to get used to one set of standards, and it's going to be extra work to add in new sets of standards.
And the best part about all the stuff that she just said, like Ripple helped create this system and set the standard. Okay, this is not, a joke. This is reality. Ripple legitimately helped set the standards within the IMF, the World Bank, and getting all this in order. They had a huge role in this.
And people get very excited, but the fact is that as we build out the infrastructure, the models are improving every single month, every single quarter. The way that the models are being able to be brought together now through agents and digital workers to be able to string together capabilities will drive productivity.
And like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And you heard Franklin Templeton, right? If you guys remember Sandy Call, she said the same thing. She said that we are all underestimating how big this is going to get.
Look, I think that we are going to see a massive relocation of the industry infrastructure, right? And it's going to happen so much faster than people anticipate. We like to say at Franklin Templeton, we're going to see more progress in the next 5 years than we've seen in the last 50.
We firmly believe that blockchain and these protocols are going to be the future utilities for the entire world, right? So we're very big believers in liquidity pools. We believe that liquidity pools are going to be a standard part of the future ecosystem. You'll see us really entering from many different facets of the market because we really have such conviction that these are the models that are going to really define the future of finance.
Interesting.
At the beginning of the migration, and I think that because these technologies are open source and easy to get to, it's going to happen a lot faster than anyone in the industry anticipates.
But we're not underestimating, okay? We know exactly how crazy this is going to get, and the individuals that don't see it are going to be the ones that are going to be watching XRP at $10, $20, $30, and guess what? They're only going to be window shopping. That's it. Mass accumulation is running out. Time is running out for mass accumulation. And yesterday, I told you guys that I opened the trade for XRP, and at the moment, it was in the negative in yesterday's video. But now XRP looks like it is potentially headed for a reversal. So the next couple of hours is going to be very important. I want to see us break through the $2.46 level with a lot of volume, okay, for this to really be a noteworthy trade. So currently I have a very risky trade open at $2,300 margin with 30 leverage, which is up 50% almost right now. And then we have our SUI trade that we opened yesterday, which is up 160% currently. And these are generational bottoms. The volatility is going to die drastically because once everything goes into effect, the volatility is not going to be bearable from an institutional perspective. But they know once they enter these markets that the volatility is going to go down. So these numbers are going to be very, very short-lived. And like I said, within 16 days, expect a very, very wow announcement coming out of Ripple. And with all these attendees, it is truly, truly incredible, folks. Like I said, words really cannot describe what we are about to go through in this whole crypto ecosystem. For everybody that got in early, we are going to be rewarded very handsomely. I couldn't have done it with a better group of individuals. Like at the end of the day, I always tell you guys, like you guys thank me, but I thank you. At the end of the day, you got to understand, if you don't understand where I'm coming, like you understand where I'm coming from. You understand XRP is going to go to $10, $20, $30, $100 in its lifetime because it logically has to, right? So like you are the intelligent one. You are the receiver. I am the echo chamber. I don't know what you want to call it, but like I relayed information on so that you understand it. Okay, I'm just so excited, folks. I'm so excited for the weeks ahead. And it is going to get crazy. no matter what happens, all I'm going to say this, okay? No matter what happens in this ecosystem, let's say, XRP drops down again. Look at this, $1.36, right? If you're holding, you got nothing to worry about, right? And if you're trading, just be wary of any potential moves. But we are on the cusp of a major move that we are never going to see these prices again, right? Generational bottoms, I have the perfect example of my BNB trade. In my opinion, I could confidently say that this BNB trade will never get liquidated unless Binance comes out to be a rug pull or Binance goes to absolute chaos. But that is not going to happen, in my opinion, anytime soon. And the entry price for a BNB token for me was $690. And the thing is, I already took out $7,400 in profit, folks. So this trade has generated me over almost $15,000, and it is currently still in the open trade of 1,800% gains with $4,400 USDT value. Okay, so generational bottoms for many of these digital assets. We have the SUI trade, the XRP trade open right now, and I'll keep you guys posted with any other trades that I open. And if you guys want to take advantage of the deposit bonuses for Bitunix and 2bit, the links are in the description down below. If you deposit $2,000 into Bitunix, you do get a $400 deposit bonus. And if you deposit $10,000 into 2bit, you get a $1,500 deposit bonus that you could be trading with, and you don't even need to use your capital right off the bat. Okay, and if you don't feel comfortable, just withdraw it and utilize whatever you have for the $1,500, and any profits you make, you do take home. And if you're unsure, if you don't want to do anything, well, test it out. Test it out with a demo trading account. You go to derivatives, and then you go all the way to demo, and you pick the pairing that you want, okay? But like I said, folks, proceed with caution. Don't over leverage, but these are generational bottoms, okay? I've seen many of you guys send me your trades currently. They're looking juicy, but remember to always take profit. Do not get greedy. Even take 50% out, let the rest ride. Okay, take your initial, let the rest ride. So you do have that safety harness. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Truly remarkable what Adina says here. And that's all Ripple XRP, baby. Obviously, Chainlink, Cardano, they're all going to have a play. But nowhere, like no company, no crypto company or no digital asset is nowhere near on Ripple and its digital asset XRP level. That's not me being a maxi. That's just me being factual. Okay, like I hold dozens of digital assets. I hold Chainlink. I hold Bitcoin. Okay, I hold XRP. I hold Cardano. Just some of the few. So I know there's going to be room for many of these digital assets, the good ones, to perform really well in the next world economy. So it's a matter of just accumulating right now. I cannot stress this enough, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the comments when XRP is at $10, $20, and the vibe's going to be changed completely, okay? So with that being said, $2.39, completely dirt cheap. We're going to be doing videos when it's at $10, $20. We're going to document this whole baby ride to over $100, folks. It's going to happen a lot faster than any of us expects it. Okay, they're telling you. They're telling you. So with that being said, we'll be back with another video.
But I think the idea of buying and holding forever and not trying to make adjustments requires that you've gotten it right in the first place. That you can only hold tight if you've bought right, if you will. And that is to say, have an asset allocation that has something to do with how many years you have to accumulate money, how much resources you have at stake, how much income you need, and how much courage you have to ride out the peregrinations of the market.
That's the way you say it. It's a long-term play.
Accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital with it.
Well, I woke up this morning, check my bags on the chain. XRPL still humming while the FUD folks complain. Ripple fighting Goliath, yeah, the SSA's game. But Johnny D and Hogan, they're bringing the flame. So we salute to the rebels in suits.
Good luck with it.
To the coders and hodlers wearing dusty old boots. Raise a toast to the ledger and the lawyers who bite. night.
Accept reality. Fiat money is moving
Brad
digital.
G's on the mic saying clarity now, while Shorts codes the stars with the hologram cow watch. The haters keep chirping, but the people ain't blind. This ain't some mean dream, it's the internet spine. Regulators stalling, but the clock's ticking fast. Ripple drops the case like a baseline blast. Communities united, from Twitter to the street. We meme through the madness and never admit defeat.
That's the way you see it. It's a long-term
Yeah,
play.
we salute to the devs and the geeks, to the ledger that clears in seconds, not weeks. To D, to Hogan, to legal delight, and the salty old taco that just loves to spite. Hey Jed, you done yet? Or you got another dump scheduled for lunch? So here's to the warriors, the freaks, and the fans, waving salute tokens like battle flags in hand. It ain't just about coins, it's a movement, a pact. We defend what we build, and we're taking it back. Come on, salute to the ones in the fight, to the token that laughs in regulatory spite, to Schwartz, Brad, and the ones still believing, even while taco stands always leaving. One for XRP, and raise your guitar for decentralized dreams. This song's for the ledger, the truth and the proof. With a smile and a nod, we say salute.
That's the way you see it. It's a long-term play. It has to have value. Can't just be a store of value for store of value's sake. It has to actually have a use case, and that's how we see this evolving.
Okay.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.